The best-selling book The Hellbound Heart by Clive Barker is now reimagined in David Bruckner's Hellraiser, which is officially accessible on Hulu. The Hell Priest, Jamie Clayton, the Cenobites, and a cursed puzzle box with the power to open interdimensional rifts to hell are all present in Hulu's Hellraiser, even if the plot completely diverges from the novel and Barker's original 1987 film adaptation. The Hellraiser remake also modernizes the mythos of the original film by offering fresh challenges and rewards for those who can summon the Cenobites. Of course, it's simple to feel overawed when so many brand new components play a crucial part in the reboot's story. But no need to seek out some dubious otherworldly assistance. We are here to explain Hellraiser's conclusion and to fill you in on every detail of the bloody finale. The story of Riley, Odessa Azian, a recovering addict who is having a difficult time moving on with her life, is told in Hellraiser. She agrees to assist her boyfriend Trevor, Drew Starkey, who routinely steals cargo from a warehouse frequented by millionaires because she is so needy for money. The Lament configuration, a cubic puzzle box that may open rifts to a terrible dimension governed by Cenobites, is the only treasure the couple discovers. The Cenobites are described as beings that use human sacrifices to test the limits of the body and are so torturous that they are unable to discriminate between pleasure and pain. This results in horrifying deaths, and as the Cenobites are constantly in need of new sacrifices, they reward those who can figure out the puzzle box by bringing them new offerings. Riley initially has no idea what she has discovered in the warehouse. Riley starts looking into the situation though after her brother Matt, Brandon Flynn, unintentionally becomes a sacrifice for the Cenobites. She learns that Roland Voigt, Goran Visenjuk, a billionaire who vanished 6 years prior to the major events of the movie, had owned the box. Voigt obtained a meeting with Leviathan, the deity in charge of the Cenobites' dimension, also known as the Labyrinth, after sacrificing 5 individuals to the problem. Riley is traveling the same route as the new owner of the box. There are 6 different ways to arrange the Cenobite puzzle, as Hellraiser informs the spectator. Every time a puzzle is finished, a sword slashes the owner's hand, tying their blood to the Cenobites. This individual must choose another sacrifice to make in their place if they want to avoid a bloody end. The puzzle will then alter its configuration on its own, bringing its owner one step closer to meeting Leviathan. When Riley attempts to solve the problem for the first time, she fails, which causes an accident in which her brother is made the first sacrifice. Serena, Hayam Abbas, Voigt's former secretary, who unintentionally figures out the second configuration of the puzzle, serves as the second sacrifice. Riley's roommate Nora, Av Hines, who is a victim in Voigt's old house where Riley and her friends are trying to figure out how to save Matt, is the third sacrifice. Unexpectedly, Voigt is still alive and is making every effort to meet with Leviathan again. 6 years ago, after figuring out the final arrangement of the puzzle, Voigt was given the option of receiving a gift. He had the option of choosing sensation, as opposed to life, knowledge, love, resurrection, or power. Voigt intended to discover new pleasures originating from another dimension after using his money to sample every pleasure he could find on Earth. However, Leviathan fastened a device to Voigt's body that strains all of his nerves and causes him excruciating pain. For the Cenobites, there is no distinction between happiness and sorrow, and Voigt chose sensation above reality. To get the Cenobites to return their gift, he bribed Trevor to find Riley as a fresh victim for the puzzle. Trevor's deception only comes to Riley's attention after it is already too late. The third configuration of the box is absorbed by Pinhead, the Hell Priestess, as she pushes her hands to complete the puzzle. Riley will then have to decide whether to accept being tortured in the labyrinth or choose one of the 2 victims who will take her place. The Chatterer, Jason Lyles, a Cenobite himself, is Riley's 4th sacrifice, which he decided upon in an act of perfect genius. Riley attempts to use Voigt's house as a trap after discovering that Cenobites can also be sacrificed. Riley pulls a Cenobite inside, ready to use him as the 5th sacrifice, despite the millionaire having installed special grates around the house to keep them out. Voigt snatches the box and accidentally slashes Colin before she can carry out her plan, Adam Faison. When Voigt learns the truth about Trevor, the house's defenses are lowered, allowing the Cenobites entry. As soon as the Cenobites enter the home, Voigt demands a second meeting with Leviathan, admits to being duped by Leviathan, and commands the Cenobites to take off the ill equipment attached to his body. He is informed by the Hell Priestess that while she cannot accept his present back, she can trade it for a new reward. Voigt exchanges his sensation award for power, which allows him to cease his agony and repair his body. For a little moment, at least, since Void is shortly bound and sucked inside the Leviathan itself. Power for the Cenobites is equivalent to domination over the afflicted. Void is thus choosing to become a Cenobite himself by choosing power, a twisted being molded in suffering, until its soul is so perverted that it can only find joy in other people's suffering. The Gasp, Selena Lowe, a Cenobite determined to win her prize, is pursuing Colin, the fifth and last sacrifice. Riley reminds the Gasp that she is the owner of the box and must make a sacrifice before Colin perishes. That shouldn't count because Void selected Colin. Riley is able to exchange Colin's life through the Gasp for the death of Trevor, who is chosen by the user as the replacement. They are all in a terrible condition because of what he done to them. The Cenobites only require 5 sacrifices, thus Riley can now collect her reward. Riley has 6 prizes to select from, just like everyone else who has ever been given the opportunity to speak with the Leviathan. Life, knowledge, love, sensation, resurrection, or power. The Hell Priestess tempts Riley by showing her a picture of Matt and telling her she can choose to get back her brother. But after realizing that Void's prize is actually a curse, Riley is sure that making any decision would only result in greater suffering. She therefore declines to decide. It turns out that the lament configuration, which is her lack of choice, equals life. Riley is condemned to a life of regret, constantly questioning if she made the correct decision or whether she ought to have attempted to revive her brother. A gloomy conclusion to a gloomy film.